and welcome to another exciting episode of Hello Mzansi, where we bring you the latest and greatest in infrastructure development across our beautiful nation. I'm your host, Karabuntsweng, and today we're taking you on an incredible journey through the Eastern Cape, where SANRAL is making monumental strides in transforming our roads and lives. On the southeastern corner of South Africa lies the second largest province of our country, the Eastern Cape. Known for its picturesque gorges and its rich cultural heritage, this breathtaking region is on the brink of a significant transformation thanks to SANRAL's innovative projects. At the heart of this transformation is the N2 Wild Coast Road project, a beacon of progress that promises to revolutionize connectivity and boost economic growth. Stretching over 410 kilometers from East London to the Eastern Cape's boundary with KwaZulu-Natal, the N2 Wild Coast Road is a critical route for regional, local, and socio-economic development. This vital artery will allow residents to gain better access to healthcare, scholars to education, and businesses to goods. Imagine a road that not only cruises through stunning natural beauty, but also bridges gaps socially and economically, bringing hope and opportunity to countless lives. The N2 Wild Coast Road is indeed that road. We've got a packed show for you today, exploring all the groundbreaking work happening in this province. From cutting-edge engineering to sustainable development, we've got it all covered. So buckle up and join us as we journey down the wild coast, shining a spotlight on the work being done to build a brighter future for all South Africans. This is Hello Mzansi, and today the Eastern Cape takes center stage. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Mbulelo Peterson, the Regional Manager for SANRAL's Southern Region. We'll be discussing the impactful work SANRAL is doing in the Eastern Cape.
My name is Mbulelo Simon Peterson. I'm the Regional Manager of Southern Region. Southern Region being essentially the Eastern Cape. Of course, we are servicing a province that is one of the poorest of the poor. And as such, then you've got to have a certain outlook. That is that one of saying that we want to be agile, mobile, and hostile towards those terrible triplets of unemployment, poverty, and inequality. It's therefore imperative that there's that consciousness to be aware that we are working for SANRAL, and SANRAL is government, and our task as employees is to make sure that we reach out to our communities, develop them, and fight that is the socio-economic issues that they may be. Wherever we construct roads, we must do roads that is for communities. And the issue, as I indicated earlier, if people cannot move, believe me, then your livelihood is affected. The lack of movement in terms of road network has an impact on their livelihood, because even if you are a small farmer, you've got eggs or tomatoes. By the time you get to the market, your eggs are gone or your produce is battered, to the extent that by the time you get there, it's not worth it doing that exercise because of the road network. Because if you look at it, as I said earlier, we started off with about 2,000 kilometers of road. Now we've got 5,300. And it is because we have incorporated some of the provincial network into the SANRAL network to create this connectivity that is required by the majority of our people. But I'm saying that the thinking patterns must be there to say that, look, I don't believe that we are going in the right direction, or we are dealing that is with the road network in a manner that is sustainable, that brings everyone on board. Now that we are there as SANRAL, that is opening up that space with the N2 Wild Coast. It's a mega program. It's in the National Development Plan. It's a catalytic project. It's on the Strategic Infrastructure Program of Government. Now it is crystal clear now in terms of where the province is going through. And not only for the infrastructure itself, but for the socio-economic impact that it will have in that region and is having currently. Now, what the N2 will be doing is actually going through all three these municipalities, and as I indicated, we also construct supporting road network. So we won't only be having the N2 Wild Coast, but a supporting safe transport system going through there. But we are not only doing the N2. As I am seated here now, I can mention a project between Matatiel and Kokstad. It's a 1.2 billion rand project on the R61. I can talk about on the N2 from Mount Frey towards Mount Elif. It's also another 1.2 billion program. And if we continue on this trajectory as SANRAL, it means that in 10 years to 15 years, the Eastern Cape face would have changed from a road network perspective.
Thank you for your time and insights. Stay tuned for more updates on SANRAL's incredible projects right here on Hello Mzansi. Hello again, Mzansi. Today, we're exploring a significant infrastructure project in the Eastern Cape, the R67 road upgrade near Komani, formerly known as Queenstown. This project is poised to significantly impact the region's connectivity and economy. Let's explore how. The R67 road upgrade, valued at over 400 million rand, involves upgrading 18 kilometers of the road from Swanke River to Komani. This essential route connects rural communities to urban centers, enhancing accessibility and boosting local economies. Since the project's commencement in July 2020, the R67 upgrade has created 571 jobs, benefiting local communities. SANRAL has subcontracted 56 SMMEs and invested 168 million rand in black-owned businesses, fostering economic growth and development in the area. The scope of the upgrade includes bridge widening, new bridge construction, bus bay shelters, street lighting, drainage, road signs, guardrails, and gabions. 4 livestock crossings and a walkway also form part of the road upgrade, which will enhance road safety along the R67. SANRAL's commitment to community upliftment is evident through its training programs. During the road upgrade, over 50 individuals, including TVET college students, have received in-service training to complete their civil engineering qualifications. These initiatives ensure that the local workforce gains valuable skills and contributes to ongoing and future projects.
My name is Mzansi Nkonyan. I'm responsible for SMME mentorship, small, medium, micro enterprises. One of our intents as SANRAL is that we should try and, improve the rate of employment within the communities. That is a nationwide intent from the Department of Transport to say, let us stimulate, activity and through the creation of employment within our communities. And at the top of that, that's what we do. So communities will benefit by, we create employment through these programs, but we also provide skills development. It's important that as we do these things, we leave the communities with some kind of skills. But of course, like I say, we want to get to a point where these contractors are not just going to get work because SANRAL is there. They must be able to be nationally competitive or even internationally competitive. So we are striving towards a point where these guys have moved from just being businessmen around where they operate or where they come from, but become business people nationally as well as internationally.
Beyond construction, SANRAL is set to commence community development projects utilizing labor-intensive methods. These projects, managed by local enterprises, aim to further improve the socio-economic conditions of the communities along the R67 route. welcome back. Today we delve into one of the most ambitious projects SANRAL has undertaken, the construction of the Mzansi and Mtentu mega bridges as part of the N2 Wild Coast Road project. These bridges are not just feats of engineering, but symbols of hope and progress for the communities they will serve. A tale of two bridges. Deep in the remote regions of the Eastern Cape, two mega structures are underway, the Mzansi and Mtentu bridges. Their sizes and complexities are unlike anything previously built in Southern Africa. Spanning an impressive 580 meters across the Mzansi River Gorge, the Mzansi Bridge is said to be the longest cable-stayed bridge in Africa. This engineering marvel will bring much-needed relief to commuters by drastically reducing travel times between East London and Durban by as much as 3 hours. Imagine a journey that once took hours, now completed in mere minutes. The Mzansi Bridge will connect communities that have been geographically separated for millennia by what used to be insurmountable gorges and rivers, allowing for easier access to essential services like healthcare and education, and fostering economic growth by linking local markets to larger trade routes. As a majestic symbol of South African excellence, the Mzansi Bridge will ignite the economic potential of the Eastern Cape and usher in a new dawn for South Africa. The Mtentu Bridge, rising 223 meters above the ground, will be one of the highest bridges in Africa. It will not only provide a safer, more efficient route for travelers, but will also serve as a catalyst for economic development in the region. The sheer height and scale of this bridge will be awe-inspiring, a true marvel of modern engineering.
I am Nenekazi Songaba. I'm the Regional Environmental Coordinator for SANRAL in the Southern region. My role involves environmental management, environmental monitoring, ensuring that SANRAL complies with environmental requirements and legislative requirements in all the projects in the Southern region. At Mzansi, we have searched and rescued over 20,000 plants. Those plants have been planted in the no-go areas, which are the areas that won't be impacted by construction, similar to Mtentu, going down Mtentu forest where the piers will be. We have done a similar exercise. So we have specialists that we work with that guide us and inform, also our documentation and as to how do we then comply and how do we then make sure that there is no negative impact to the environment. So another thing that we are doing in terms of the general authorization that was issued to SANRAL is that in all now the water crossings that are impacted by construction activities, we take water quality samples, which would be the upstream and downstream, of each tributary, where we look at how construction activities impact, those water courses. We do that weekly. It is something that we're doing now in the mega bridges, Mzansi and Mtentu. We are monitoring that.
Local SMMEs have been integral to this project, with over 200 small businesses benefiting from contracts and training programs. Over 3,000 jobs have been created, with a significant focus on empowering local communities, youth, women, and persons with disabilities. This initiative is not just building bridges, it's uplifting the communities around them. The Mzansi and Mtentu bridges will stand as majestic towers in the vast expanse of the N2 Wild Coast. They will allow travelers the brief opportunity to find themselves deep within immense gorges before journeying on forward. These monumental structures are set to energize and reinvigorate local industries, heralding a new dawn for the Eastern Cape and its people. Wow, the Mzansi and Mtentu bridges are beacons of hope and progress, bridging the gap between dreams and reality for many in the Eastern Cape. Stay tuned as we continue to bring you more inspiring stories of transformation right here on Hello Mzansi. Welcome back to Hello Mzansi. Today we have two special guests joining us to discuss the vital role of stakeholder coordination in SANRAL's projects, especially around the N2 Wild Coast.
My name is Nabisa Qamisa. I'm the District Manager for the N2 Wild Coast Greenfields Development. My role at SANRAL at the N2 Wild Coast Development is to facilitate the whole development, stakeholder engagement, stakeholder management, SMME support, community support, and community interactions.
My name is Welega Zintika. I'm the Regional Stakeholder Coordinator for SANRAL Southern Region. When we're talking about Southern Region, we're referring to the Greater Eastern Cape. My work entails engaging various stakeholders, be it government stakeholders, community stakeholders, interested groups, and so forth.
Stakeholder coordination in a project of this scale is very significant. You can't do anything without stakeholder engagement. Firstly, you need to create platforms to converse within a project of this nature. And SANRAL, the district office, has created that. We created the platforms to converse. That is starting with the project liaison committees, where you have all the key local stakeholders that sits in the PLC to ensure that they represent their constituencies in the PLC. And we engage them on a month-to-month basis. Additional to that, we have the Wild Coast Business Platform, where we sit with the businesses that are representing various constituencies. In that platform, we ensure that we engage with businesses to avoid any stoppages, because, you know, if businesses are not engaged, then the project might be vulnerable for stoppages. So we engage businesses in various levels within the district. The SMME beneficiation is broader in the sense that they benefit in the execution of the project through the packages that SANRAL have. They benefit through the training and development, because we have training and development plans where we train the SMMEs to be ready or to prepare them to participate in the program.
And then we've got other stakeholders like your women, your disabled people, the military veteran, all those groups, designated groups. We need to consult them. More than that, we need to consult the communities which are affected by this construction, which in fact they will be the benefiters when the N2 Wild Coast has been completed, because they will be able to use it. So we need to continuously engage with them. We can engage with them once, and also there are other groups. We find that there are groups like Amadeva Crisis. There are other groups like environmentalists. I forgot also about the transport industry people, because they are also part of the group or the stakeholders which we engage with at N2 Wild Coast. So it's a very exciting project with the various stakeholders, whereby we learn from each other as SANRAL, and also they learn from us as SANRAL in terms of development in that part of the country.
We also piloted the legacy project within the N2 Wild Coast project. The legacy project is a project where we joined hands. They submitted a business plan to SANRAL, and that business plan, and that has yielded good results. We have seen it, that it's working, and it's beyond the roads construction that we are currently undertaking. And hence, you know that SANRAL, we're constructing roads, but beyond roads. And we're not just doing that and training the communities for the sake of training, but we're ensuring that those communities will be sustainable even post-road construction, and they will have the opportunities, and it's creating job opportunities for them and sustainable job opportunities even post-road construction.
Did you know that the Msikaba Bridge, part of the N2 Wild Coast Road project, will be the longest cable-stayed bridge in Africa? This engineering marvel spans an incredible 580 meters across the Mzansi River Gorge. Now that's a lot of steel and concrete. Speaking of impressive stats, the Mthentu Bridge stands at a staggering 223 meters high, making it one of the tallest bridges in the world. This bridge will significantly cut travel time between Durban and East London by over 3 hours. And here's something cool. The combined weight of the Mzansi and Mthentu bridges is over 100,000 tons. That's the equivalent of 1,000 fully loaded Boeing 747s. Imagine that, soaring over our beautiful Eastern Cape. That's it for our Fun Fact segment. Isn't it amazing to see how these projects are not only engineering feats, but also pillars of community development? What an incredible journey through the Eastern Cape today on Hello Mzansi. We've explored the transformative N2 Wild Coast Road project, marveled at the engineering feats of the Mzansi and Mthentu bridges, and seen the significant impact on local communities through job creation and SMME support. From reducing travel times to boosting local economies, SANRAL is paving the way for a brighter future. I'm Karabon Swing, and thank you for joining us. Until next time, stay inspired and keep dreaming big, South Africa.